Hey everyone, my name is Titanic and welcome back to an episode on this Titancraft Season 10 server. I am running out of energy, but I'm recording the day before, or the night before I want this to go out, which is good. I've been saying I want to do this for weeks and I'm finally getting to it. I'm pushing through my tiredness as I am eagerly plugging away at the mega base tonight. Right away, right now I'm waiting on Clash to get me a big quartz delivery, but quartz is probably going to be the one thing that holds up some of my progress. But because we have the glass, I am trying to move full speed ahead with the biodomes. And so obviously if I fly out... oh, I never replenished my fireworks. That was a dumb thing to do. Shock... okay, I need an ender chest. Firework shulker, and... I should have enough fireworks in that shulker to last me for the remainder of the season. I don't think I'm going to blow through like another 23 stacks.
If only you could make penguins trade faster.
Okay. Oh, this looks so cool from space. I love this. So we did it to fix some things I did wrong in the original schematic in the creative world, the quartz placement. But other than that, like, this thing looks so awesome. I love it already. And it's only going to get cooler with every hour we work on it. So the first step of the day, though, is to go into the config menu, and we're going to raise the block limit at which we can see what we're doing. And so we're going to add another layer of glass. Also, jump boost for this is like the greatest effect I could have chosen. Like, Clashers, like, why jump boost? But as you watch me work on this, you'll realize why I wanted jump boost. It's gonna help me avoid using scaffolding, like even dirt block scaffolding. Like, that's kind of the big deal here, is I'm trying to avoid spamming extra blocks. So give me that. Here we go. So yeah, today's episode is all about adding this next layer to the build and trying to keep things progressing nicely for us. I think for the most part with this, oops, tabbed out on accident. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a lot of the work on camera and just try to bring you guys for like daily updates on where I am and try to just chit chat for a while and move along. And maybe if I can, I mean, I'll see how busy I am tomorrow, but if I can, I'll try to at least get some footage of me working on this thing, but I can't promise what I'm gonna all get. I just right now I'm kind of busy and my recording times are weird, and a lot of the time I just work on things in little short bursts while listening to music or something to keep myself from falling asleep. So that's kind of one conflict of interest with it all, but we are doing, overall though, mighty fine, and I can't wait to just see this thing completed. I have the I still go WildWolf organization. I have the feeling that this is gonna be easier to build than I was making myself believe for a long time. I mean, I was leading myself to believe that even with Lightmatica, like, this would be the biggest nightmare ever, and it would take me so damn long. I don't really believe that right now, for at least for the main structure of the base. I don't see why it's going to take me more than a couple days at most. I guess if quartz becomes an issue, I guess that could slow me down, but like, if I spend most of tomorrow working on this when I'm not outside working, I bet I can get almost all the glass into place. And that is a huge, huge step in the right direction. Because once the glass is into place, we are truly ready to rock and roll. I might also go ahead and light up the interior of the biodomes pretty early on, so that way once we get the glass sealed up on the top, we don't have to deal with mobs whatsoever in our base, and I can kind of just have like a safety zone. I'm looking forward to that. Big yawn, because I'm big tired, like Lash is.
Dead.
Yeah, my energy started falling off a slope about like 10 minutes ago, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna record a TSD episode before I'm incoherent. Like, that's because like last night I wanted to work on the mega base really late, and I mean, I was gonna call it Juniper at the time, and like by the time we got to 2:30 when I record TC playtime, and Juniper got off, and I wanted to get off, like I physically couldn't read what I was doing without starting to fall asleep. I mean, I started blacking out non-stop. It was bad.
My mood is going up.
Your what?
My mood. My mood, my Minecraft mood. It's at 67%.
Interesting.
Do you not push F3 and then see mood?
Mood, where is it? I haven't.
Next to sound?
Some mood. I'm at 0%.
Because I think that's something that triggers like cave sounds and stuff like that. It's based off of like your height level, how dark it is, dimensions maybe. Cause like that, I'm at like level 11, yet it's going up.
Yeah. So overall, I'm thinking we will be able to get to doing the biome specific episodes very, very soon. I don't want to like put a date on it for sure, but I would guess probably by the time we get to between Tuesday and Thursday's episodes, we will be to a point where the entire episodes will just be themed around picking out a biome dome biome and working on a biome per episode, which means if I structure the series right, 8 consecutive episodes will be doing biodomes, and I guess technically speaking, you could be like, oh, what about the main center dome? That dome's probably going to be over the course of multiple episodes as I work on it and furnish that one. I want to save that dome for last, because it connects every other dome together, and so it makes sense to tie everything together nicely. It should be the last one I do. Also, for the sake of the fact that, it kind of routes everything in the base flow, and so kind of need to be ready for that. And oh man, my energy just needs to stop crashing.
Oh crap, some of the big ones literally have stacks of items on top of them.
In other news, in terms of played ticks, I just passed 197 million a few minutes ago, so my 200 million mark is going to be this week, as I continue steamrolling through the playtime milestones all the way to the end of the season. I mean, that's one thing now. My playtime is gonna be based. I've been a playtime juggernaut all season, but now these final 40 days of the season, I'm going to be just completely pounding out playtime. It's gonna be fun. Whenever I'm able to play, I'm going to be playing, and so far I'm doing a really good job with that. I mean, there's been days where I've been gone longer than I wanted to, but when I'm inside, I'm working on Titancraft non-stop, and it's great. Also, I can't spoil them because, you know, spoilers, but I starting to have some luck today thinking of ideas for how I want to structure the finale, so that's good, because the finale isn't that far away, and that's going to be a big production. It's probably going to be the most last-minute produced episode ever, which is why I'm thinking, if possible, I want to upload in such a way that the only episode I skip, or the only day I skip an upload, is the day before the end of the season, to give myself a whole free day to edit. And not worry about the penultimate episode.
Soul Sped 2. What is there a problem with Soul Sped 2?
I guess not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, when we get to the end of the 3rd layer, I will take some nice screenshots, and that's what we'll call an episode. Because I think right now for these bottom layers, I think they're seeming to average 15 to 20 minutes a layer, which is a lot, but I guess that makes sense considering I had to place 20,000 glass. I mean, there's a lot of glass involved in this build, and it's quite something. Definitely, though, it's one of my finest projects I've ever designed, and I just can't wait to see it farther. I mean, I will admit, so far I'm finding this far more fulfilling than I originally thought it would. I mean, at first I'm like, I was just so sad. I'm like, oh man, I don't have Schematicus printer, and so I had to do all of this by hand. But so far, at least, I'm finding it rather fulfilling to build it all myself, which is really good. Oh man, though, my energy is crashing at a rate similar to last night. And I don't know why it's been doing this the past couple of days. Probably stress and sleep deprivation overall, but we'll hang in there. I may be tired, but I'm not gonna just like dip on an episode. Oh, is that the bot? Oh, Clash is muted, but yeah, that was the.
Whoops.
Why were you muted?
I must actually push it.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I'm tired. You're asking me to think.
Oh yeah,
Can't do that.
My level of coherency is quite steadily dropping at this point. But hey, we're hanging in there.
My speech probably gonna be pretty slurred soon.
He's drunk.
You see, like but the thing is, I don't drink that. That's why I've drank barely any water today.
Dehydration also causes slurred speech.
I think I maybe drank a whole cup of water this entire day.
What else did you drink besides that?
Nothing else.
Dude, you were so sick the other day from dehydration. You drink even less, bruh.
Fine, I'm gonna just chug water now.
Like I've been drinking like at least 3 big bottles of Powerade.
Maybe a little more than a cup, but I think around a cup of water is about what I've done.
Yeah, I think I've drank
like a bigger
3
cup, but that's a
big
cup.
bottles of Powerade today. I think. I don't think I had anything else besides.
Maybe it's because I didn't drink anything until like 8. Hi, I'm gonna get more right now, real quick. Hold on. Dad.
Here's everybody's PSA to stay hydrated because it's summertime and getting sick from dehydration is not fun. Ask me, who fainted and it was like I passed out at school in like 2nd grade and hit my head on the floor. Like I fell over. I was standing and I fell over backwards and we found out it was from dehydration. I should note I did not have a concussion from hitting my head on a cafeteria floor. Also fainted once and hit my head on the bathtub. Did not have a concussion from that. My head is literally steel. But that's kind of fun, I guess. Actually, I'm trying to think. The last time I fainted, God, was that just before the YouTube era? Yeah, but it was. I think it was in the fall of 2014 was the last time I fainted or when I hit the bathtub. The last time I passed out actually was in, I believe, 2018. I had blood drawn, and they drew a lot of blood, and my body didn't like that, and so I passed out right after having a bunch of blood drawn, and that sucked. That made that, like, I'd finally gotten over my fear of having blood drawn in the years before. I kind of just got to a point where I was calm, I would breathe, I'm like, okay, we'll get through this. And then after that, like, seeing them draw so much blood and then having me pass out, like, ever since then, I have been terrified to get my blood drawn again, and I hate it.
Water.
Oh, welcome back. But I hate that one of the few things I got completely over with in terms of fear, I started fearing again because I passed out, and so hopefully I mean, there's still days where I do stuff where I feel like I'm gonna pass out, but I have not passed out since that blood test. Very quickly, white stained glass is gonna move up to be like my most commonly placed block.
Drip.
Drip, you got it, drip.
It's drip.
He has drip, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I don't. I got water.
I got water. Wait, if I go to
what the heck? I leave for 2 minutes and next thing you know the chest is full of fire res potions?
Oof.
Wait, it's
Yeah.
all fire res. Like, yeah, you guess I mean, yeah, there's some water bottles and other stuff like that, but it's almost pure fire res. I don't need more of this. At least the water bottles give me gosh dang bottles.
That's true.
Like, I may just, like, literally fill a shulker box of them and just throw them at people because I can.
Huh.
Not because it's useful.
We're nearing the end of the layer. Again, don't have the quartz right now to go and do all of the side tunnels to the even amount, so...
Don't worry, in the next episode or two you will.
Yeah, exactly. In the next couple of episodes, we'll actually address that, though, properly. And we'll get everything to where it needs to be. But for today's episode, I just wanted to get some glass placement. I also want to just kind of give you... I mean, there's a few reasons I decided to record. A, I want to give you guys a progress update. B, I wanted to be able... I was working on it, and I wanted to, like, have something that kind of shows, like, yeah, I am doing this. And it's not just I'm going crazy off camera and falling off the face of the earth. No, I'm still here. I'm just doing my thing, and it's turning out quite fabulously so far. Let's fly up.
Start it back up.
Like, let's land over here, and let's turn off the placement for now, so we can just see what we got going here. Oh, that looks really cool. Yeah, it's gonna set that like that. I know how to do my thumbnails. I don't do one like this, but looks absolutely phenomenal so far. I'm excited as can be to continue working on it all week, and it's gonna be a big project. So tomorrow we will continue on. I'm not exactly sure how far along I'll be on the build yet, and so I'm not gonna promise anything, but we'll have something entertaining for you guys. I can promise you that much. Maybe a little bit longer episode, because I know we're gonna cut this right around the 18-minute mark, but that's fine. Still a productive episode, and that's kind of what matters here, and we get to see the glass go up. I mean, the glass barricades look so cool. I love it. And I think how high up that dome has to be yet. Oh man. Anyways, Clash, you got any final thoughts?
No.
Alright, well, I'm gonna wrap
Thank
it up then. On the note, have yourselves a great day. This has been a Titancraft.
Wash.
And we will see you guys in the next episode of Titancraft Season 10. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.